Pubudu sir, welcome back to Nepal.
Thank you.
Second time you are in Kathmandu right now. What motivates you to come back again in Nepal?
So I stepped down from USA cricket in last July, and then at the same time EPL and then the Bhandari Gladiators approached me and asked me whether I'm keen to be the head coach of Bhandari Gladiators. And so since that I was out of my job, I thought that's a good opportunity. I haven't worked that much in the Premier League cricket. I've been coaching national teams for the last 15 years, so it's something new to me as well. So I thought, I should try this, and at the same time, Nepal is always a fantastic place to be. So I got that opportunity as well. So I'm very happy to be here.
Coaching in Premier League is more tougher than handling in national team.
It's not tough, but it's two different pathways. National team, you need to build up from the scratch. Premier leagues are there's not much of training period. You just have to get everybody together and get the best out of them. So two different setups. So I'm looking forward for that challenge.
Why do you look the Nepal national cricket team? At the time you took Nepal to zero to top level, and then you suddenly step down from Nepal national team. Is there any reason, or is that your personal decision at that time?
I think it's not that I want to leave here. I thought I was half done my job for Nepal. I always say everywhere Nepal is the next best country in associate to become the full member, to get the full member status. So even when I was leaving here, I thought my job was half done. But at that time, the situation that we had in cricket with the administration and the players and everything, I thought right time to leave.
So have you missed ever at that time in Nepal cricket?
No, the Nepal cricket was very close to me. Even though I coached Canada before, more than the Canada, the players were very close to me, and we built up a great culture, and I enjoyed it. I'm sure players enjoyed it too. And with that, we grew up bigger. The fans base become bigger. We got close to them. The media, the followers, and not only in Nepal, it's all around the world. Cricketing nations, in a full member country, when they play a test match, especially to get more than 1,000, 2,000 people is a hard thing, but Nepal is different. Nepal easily can fill a ground. So every cricketing nation started eyeing Nepal, what's happening there. So it's a great place, and I think there's a lot of opportunity for cricket in Nepal, and still we haven't grown up there.
When you separated from Nepal national team, what are the things that need to be improved, and what are the things that Nepal cricket can achieve more at that time? And
Nepal has a lot of talent in the country. There's no short of talent, but the opportunity of playing cricket domestically is very less. So that has to be upgraded, and I'm very glad to see that EPL has grown up into that level. I mean, they are, I would say that is one of the best tournaments in the associate cricket now, and there are a few other Premier Leagues also happening, and if Nepal can have a good 6 months of domestic cricket, including the days cricket, 50-over cricket and T20, and get the players to play a lot of cricket, I think Nepal will produce match winners, international players, without any doubt.
What was the scenario of Nepal cricket? Because we are just in Division 2, and then we have already played the T20 World Cup. And we are searching for the ODI status, but we could not get in New Zealand, I think. I
think, there's always you had to march towards, like, slowly. And if you talk about the pathway that I had and the time that I had with Nepal, when we first time went to T20 World Cup qualifier in Dubai in 2000, I think it's 12, we finished 6th. But that's the first time ever Nepal played in a global qualifier. So that's a big achievement to be in the 6th spot. And then in 2013 we went on to the next qualifier and qualified to, finish 3rd and qualified to a World Cup. So even though we have good players, the same problem that I talked about, like, the players need to be matured to play that level. So that maturity only coming when you play international cricket, because that there is no domestic cricket. So even for the 50 over version, Nepal first time played a qualifier in New Zealand. So, and then we had few issues in that tournament. A few major players were injured, but I won't say that as an excuse. So we had we didn't perform enough, but that's experience for them. And I think Nepal is seasoned now, and the players have gone through very hard time to achieve things, but at the moment Nepal in crossroads, where now Nepal has 2 years, is all the 7 countries in that 50 over league. There's opportunity, for them to secure for another another 5 years of ODI cricket, but you need to play well. So you have to put everything together properly and play next 2 years best cricket you can to survive in that. So that's very important. Very important 2 years coming up for Nepal cricket.
So after you went back in your country like Canada, you always show your respect to Nepal cricket by writing something about Nepal, and Nepali fan always praise about your thought and your relation with Nepal. Again, you came now with different purpose, but not with direct with Nepal cricket, but with some other reason. So
for me, that just the EPL that I came for, and if you ask me honestly, it's just that when I saw the Bhairava Gladiators team, there are a lot of youngsters in that group, and I thought I can make a difference for them, and that's why I mainly took the job and didn't think too much about anything. I just I thought it's an opportunity for me to go back to Nepal and then enjoy that 1 month of cricket. So I'm here for that.
So you coached USA cricket team, and the USA cricket team is similar like Nepal cricket team when you were coached with Nepal. What is the reason to leave USA cricket team?
USA, like you said, it's same pathway. When I was joining USA, they were in Division 4, and they were in Division 4 and 5 for a long period. And for me, it took me a good 1 year to build that team. I worked really hard, and then worked through the tournaments were very tough, Division 4, 3 and 2. We just did enough. USA just did enough to get through those 2 tournaments. I won't say they dominated, they didn't, but they just did enough to qualify and get the ODI status, and I would say we built a great team in that setup. But at the end, I think now USA Cricket wants to go in a different path. They have a sponsor, a commercial partner, and they are looking to grow the Premier League, American Premier League, and some domestic cricket, which is going to be very good for USA Cricket. But the only reason that I left, to be open with, when they took that direction, and I felt that national team is not going to perform in those conditions on that direction. So the board has all the right to decide which route that they want to take, and of course the domestic cricket is very important, and that's going to be the foundation for the country. But at the same time, like I said about Nepal, the next 2 years, every country in that ODI league, this next 2 years is a do or die. Every team has to perform to survive. In the new ICC structure, like if you go down from there, it's very hard to come back. So since that they changed the USA changed the path, national team path, they had a couple of backward tournaments. They had few tough tournaments, but I hope they have good players, so they'll come back and go in the right direction. But for me, to answer your question, I thought the environment was not there for me to perform, so I don't want to fight with anyone. It's just I did my job, I think, for USA.
Nepal Cricket Association is also looking for a coach nowadays. If can approach you, will you accept it or will you think about?
Yeah, I haven't thought about anything at the moment. I came for EPL, but of course, like I always like to help Nepal. If that situation comes, I'm open to discuss. But at the moment, I haven't thought about anything, and I'm just going to focus on this coming tournament.
What are things that you missed most?
I think the most I enjoyed is the support that I had from the cricket fans and the media, and the passion that the players had. It's not easy to get in most of the associate countries. When I left, I missed that. But that's why I'm saying that Nepal has all the attributes to become a top cricketing nation. So I think we haven't even reached halfway.
How many players or other people have keep in touch with you?
I think basically almost every player, all the players have been in touch with me. I met few times the Nepal team. I think a year ago, I think or 2 years ago, first time USA met Nepal on a practice games in Dubai, and there's another tournament we met. So it was always nice to see the whole bunch, and they're always in touch with me all the time. And also Nepal, I mean Paras and some of the Nepali big players are helping me when I was coaching USA to go into Namibia for the Division 2. Nepal has enough experience in Namibia and played enough against those other countries, so I got a lot of information from the players. So yeah, I'm always been in touch, and I'm actually following them. I want to see they are performing as well, so that bonding is going to be there forever.
The Sandeep Lamisani now is international star. You discovered him from Chittagong. How do you see his journey?
Yeah, no, I think I'm very proud of Sandeep, how he has done things. Yes, he is very talented. When I saw him when he was 14 years, but I never know that he is going to grow this quickly into this level. The things that he has done in the Big Bash, in the IPL, in Caribbean Premier Leagues, even in Canada, I met him in the last year. The way that he handled himself to perform and to be with shoulder to shoulder with all these big names for his age is not easy. So he has done really well for that, and I think still he has to grow a bit, but every time that I spoke to him, he's very passionate about Nepal, and he wants to see Nepal cricket growing, and he wants to contribute to Nepal cricket. So he's in the really right track, and I think he's going to contribute a lot in the coming days for Nepal. So I'm very happy about him.
Thank you so much, Coach.